So you're thinking about doing a Debdencycle? Good on you. Right, so we were at Carver Barracks this morning. That's just south of Saffron Walden. It's the home of 33 Engineer Regiment. It's their Injured Soldiers Fund that you're supporting. It's a looping ride going through 3 counties, starting in Essex, going in Hertfordshire, Cambridgeshire. There are a few hills. It's a bit flat in some places as well. So you'll get free parking on the Second World War runway, which is pretty cool. All of your £15 entry fee goes to the Injured Soldiers Fund because we have some local firms that help us with the behind the scenes costs. No sponsor forms, that's fantastic, isn't it? I hate sponsor forms. I think everybody hates sponsor forms, so we keep away from those. No certificates, no medals, because all of your money is going where you want it to go. It's not getting wasted on that bump. So, cracking on, what can you expect to find on the Debdencycle? Quiet lanes. We're going to show you a little bit about the terrain and a few sights and things along the way. So just about on your 7-mile mark, and you're coming up to the split point where the 35 milers carry straight on and the 50 milers swing off to the left. Brickling, nice flat cricket pitch, flat runway earlier as well. Don't get fooled though, it's not all flat. A couple of water stations on the way out, one at Burden for the 35 milers, one at Bruffing for the 50 milers. So down a 50-mile route we go. So, just taking a little bit of a stop. This is a 50-mile route, quiet lanes, lovely countryside. It does go up and down a little bit, as you can see, but it's not exactly Snowdonia. Just come from over there, along the lane. So this is it. No London buses or cabs here. So let's nip back over to the 35-mile route, so people wanting to do that one can see what they're going to encounter over there. The 35-mile route. Quiet country lanes. Lovely countryside, gentle rolling hills. You getting a theme with this ride? Now I might have mentioned earlier that a 7-year-old once did this 35-mile route. Well, if that wasn't enough inspiration for you to get on the internet and sign up and do this ride, let me tell you how it all started. One of my daughters, who was only 13 at the time, the two of us, we cycled 350 miles from Debden to Cornwall. We took everything with us on the bikes. We were camping, sleeping bags, tents, the lot, raincoats, sun cream, everything that you need for a trip in the summer in this country. We'd never done anything like it before in our lives. We just set off, didn't even have a GPS, just written notes of where to go. So come on, you can do this. And the guys at 33 Engineer Regiment will really appreciate it. Now, let's move on to the point where the 35 and the 50-mile rides join back up together again at Anstey. So this is your junction at Anstey. 35 milers come up from that way, 50 milers come up from that way, all join together, and you head off towards the Woodman, which is a lovely big pub, big beer garden. And Stuart's going to be laying on a barbecue, I think, as well. So off to the Woodman we go. So this is the Woodman at Nuthampstead. Used to be a bomber base during the Second World War. There's a lot of memorabilia and interesting stuff inside on the walls regarding that. Now, this is one of the main reasons our ride starts at 10 o'clock in the morning, because by the time you get here, unless you've got a GB shirt underneath your normal shirt, this pub will be open and the kitchen will be in full swing and you can get some food. So it's almost like it was planned like that, wasn't it? So, right, but if this place is too full up, or you just want to crack on, get a few more miles under your belt, there's another pub at Langley. So out of the Woodman and down that way. Just a quick stop off to say that is the top of Little Chisel Hill. It's the steepest gradient on the ride, and the irony there being this part of the ride's actually in Cambridgeshire. And there are the views over Cambridgeshire. It's absolutely lovely. The lady at the farm just here has also just popped out and said if any of you have forgotten to fill your water bottles up at the Woodman, or you're just too English and you didn't want to make a fuss by asking, there's a hose over there, it's drinking water. So fill your bottles and push on to the Bull. Well, 5.5 miles after the Woodman, you get to Langley, another lovely pub called the Bull. You're about 10 miles out from the finish at this point. Lovely pub, there it is. Now what else can I tell you about the Debdencycle? So we're nearing the end of this guide. Debdencycle.co.uk, that's where you'll find all the sign up details. You'll find GPX files for the 35 and the 50 mile route if you want to download those, plus a load of other stuff, some YouTube videos and other GPX files for other stuff we've been doing. Now, I've been banging on about your £15 going to the Injured Soldiers Fund, and that's all made possible because most of the costs behind the scenes are carried by some local firms, and they'd like to say thank you to you in a second. Now, one other thing. I've done a few tick list rides, the London to Cambridge, London to Southend. When I say tick list ones, I mean, you tend to do them once and don't do them again. Can we try and turn this into something different? Something where you make it like an annual pilgrimage. Sort of, yeah, I'm doing that. I've done it for 3 years, I've done it for 4 years, and try and get as many other people involved as possible, because this is, like I say earlier, I said it's I think it's a unique ride. All the money goes exactly where you want it to go. No money's taken out by the organisers at all. So anyway, I'll stop babbling on, because I just want to say thank you for watching, and thank you for coming along on the 3rd of September, and our sponsors want to say thank you also. Sign up details just after this. Thank you from Fitness Focus.
Thank you
From
Intercounty.
Thank you from Jax.
Thank you from Stafford Insurance.
Thank you from Adams Harrison Solicitors.
Thank you from JPS Motors.
Thank you from us all at GQ Design.
Woo!